did Endgame give us enough? That's what we're talking about today. I love the design on the XM1, but the XM1R is here and it's still not wireless. And I really think that's what a lot of people, myself included, wanted to see next from Endgame. New sensor, new case colors, new feet options, new updated cable, new switches, new options in the software, but my copy doesn't have a lot of that. We're gonna talk about why. You ready? Let's go. So the XM1R is retailing for $59.99 US. These are in pre-order right now, slated for release sometime later this month, potentially by the time you see this video. Personally, I feel like they sent these pre-release samples out to reviewers too early in the development cycle. This 100% feels like content creators are being used as free marketers, free advertisers, free product testers, and you, the viewer, are being used as a free laser-targeted focus group. Hear me out. Yes, getting an early look at products is cool, and yes, whatever information they gather through this process will ultimately benefit the customer. But in order for me to audit something, I need to actually get something representative of the final product that I can audit. This is a list of revisions to this mouse. 2 new colorways, 3370 sensor, new firmware, new main switches, these are KLGM 8.0s, improved side and scroll buttons, hybrid feet design, and an updated cable. This, on the other hand, is what my review copy lacks. Final versions of the main switches. These have a firmer initial click, longer travel to actuate. The side buttons here are not the new version. The software is not yet available. No beta testing software was provided to reviewers. I can give you a sound test here, but there's no guarantee that these are gonna sound anything like the finals. We were also given specific instructions to not over-consider any negative aspects of the pre-release samples, but of course, feel free to tell you if we loved it, how much better the final version could possibly be. I hope I don't have to explain what a massive yikes it is for a company to do that. So what is left for me to audit? Well, the cable, it's the new Flex 2.0 cable. It's firmer, more durable, less flexible than the cable that came before it. The scroll click, it is lighter tactility versus the XM1 Gen 2, which I like. This makes for easier melees in game without accidentally selecting a different weapon. I always appreciate that. They say it's light enough to spam click. I'm not sure I'd go that far, but it is noticeably lighter than previous versions. The mouse feet. You can now decide between the traditional feet shape or the newer full-size glides that we found on the XM1 RGB. The shell has cutouts to accommodate both. The sensor here is the 3370. We're going to be seeing a lot of this sensor in the future. It's a technically better 3389 with lower power consumption. This is likely a stepping stone in-game needed to get their firmware sorted out so they can move closer to the wireless XM1 that we're all waiting for. I can also tell you about one of the 2 new colorways. This is the Dark Reflex. It's glossy. They also have the Dark Frost, which is translucent but in matte, which I would have definitely preferred. This glossy coating feels like there's probably not any coating at all. Like this is just whatever the texture of the plastic itself is. This mouse is slippery for me, whether my hands are dry or wet or oily or any point in between. I'm not a fan of this shell at all. In terms of in-game performance, this is obviously a shape I'm very familiar with. It performs exactly the same for me as like the Gen 2 XM1. The only difference being I'm not as confident with my grip because this is a lot more slippery. So there you go. There's your review. Barring my very subjective opinion on the coating, all of that could have been handled in an announcement video or a PDF. Oh, wait, there is a PDF file. My bad. Look, it's no secret that I love the XM1. For a wired mouse, it's a winner. The wireless version will likely actually be endgame for a lot of people. I respect the fact that they try to continue to perfect this mouse. I can respect the fact that they put out a whole new model every time there's significant changes so that they don't do rolling revisions and have you crossing your fingers that you bought one from the right batch. I even enjoy the views that often come with putting out an early look at a product, but I didn't make this video a priority. I'm not blind to the fact that what brands really want from content creators is to get the word out and get some eyeballs on whatever new thing that they're bringing to market. But not giving us the correct main switches, not giving us all the features in the software, not including the correct side button switches, This is too far from the goalposts. If what you want is a review, you have to give me something I can actually review. So Endgame Gear, or any other company who might be listening to this, you've earned your reputation. You're doing it super right with the XM1. I understand you're a small company. I understand that 2020 has been financially difficult for a lot of us, but don't tarnish the reputation or start doing it wrong with the business practices. If you want more info on what that final might be like, I will link to their site down in the description. As always, any questions, hit me in the comments. And that's it for this time. I'm Brian P. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that sub button, and until next time, stay up.